Hello and welcome to In Your 20's. My name is Peter Alawode and this is Peter's Tiny Space. And In Your 20's is a series targeted at documenting the life of young people living in Nigeria and talking about what they're going through. So today I have my very first guest on this show and I'm extremely elated that you were the first person because it's a stroke of luck that you're sitting on this chair. Can we meet you?
Yeah, my name is Oyindamola Ademi and I'm a writer and I'm here in my 20s.
What kind of things do you write?
I can write about anything, basically. As long as I can make research about it, I can write about it. But I'm not a strong love writer. I think I write more of the pain that people go through. So it could be health issues, it could be things people are going through. And I think I connect more with that a lot. So yeah, that's what I write about mostly.
Okay, well, that's what she writes most. That's what she writes mostly about. Have you ever considered writing film as screenwriting?
I once did, but I feel like I have too much dark energy.
Okay, deviating from the religious traumas and the title and your writing career.
All right.
The topic you selected from my devil's basket of topics is relationships. And guys, what that means is that Oyindamola and I will be talking about relationships as someone in their 20s. We'll go to the past, be in the present, and we'll go to the future. And it's a tell it all, be open.
Okay.
First of all, before we start, let me ask, are you single?
Yes, I am. Very cool.
Okay, it's very important to know because so that this video will not cause broadcast that we can also
What's
so,
it?
The same. All right. When did or at what age can you recollect that you'd say this person is my friend? I mean platonic.
I would say 2013. 2013. And funny then, this person is still my best friend.
Oh, 10 years now.
Yeah, 2013.
How did you read them?
School, actually. Secondary school. Okay, the story is, the basic foundation for like opposite gender friendship. He had a crush on me, but he never said anything over her. He never said anything. But I think it got to a point where it was too late to get too invested in that friendship to make it anything more of like a platonic friendship. So yeah, it just evolved into being like the purest friendship that I've had, even till date. Oh yeah.
I mean, that is the question. Okay, that's the topic. So now, I mean, these things happened. Okay, some things happened off camera where I went to go and tell my friend who is having someone do her makeup because she has a wedding with an area. Oh, so Spider-Man is okay. So, and I told her I love you.
Yeah.
And she said, I don't love you. I'm like, do you think I love you? Romantic. Rubbish. Now, I came back to the seat and she's scared. He does, I love you. Constantly to me. Saying I love you actually comes quite easily for me. To be very frank, it actually comes quite easily. But the word I love you for me is not always romantic.
Okay.
I love my mom. I love my dad.
So you say easily?
Yeah. But if you take it, if I tell it to someone and they just take it at surface value that is romantic, they might be misleading.
And I actually never was able to verbally express emotions until maybe 2 years ago or last year. I mean, I'm never talking to like friends when I'm still. Yeah, I mean, I told my friend that I loved her on her birthday and she was mind blown. It was like the best birthday gift ever.
Where did that go from?
I'm not that mean. It's not like I don't give or appreciate verbal expression of love. I'm just more of the type of friend that would show it in action. I would definitely.
So your love language for showing love.
It's not words of affirmation. That's just what you did. It's not words of affirmation because words are easy. They come very easy. Yeah.
That's true, Sha. Words come easily, but it's not also that easy to say it too. Like the way I told her now, I've known her for 2 years plus, right? And ever since she's been in my space, she's been a very safe person in my space, and I've been safe in her space. I mean, you saw what happened in the car yesterday. So it's just that pure platonic friendship that is so safe that you can tell the person I love you just because you don't want anything bad to happen to the person. You want to see the progress of that person. You get. So that's the way I see those words.
Expressions of love.
Expressions of love. Sure, you get.
Whole friends. Anything.
I mean, you wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
I don't want, but then
you love them. That's why they're your friends. I think we as young adults, as people in the we need to begin to dissect. We need to begin to understand that some things are not just. Everything is not romantic.
True.
Sure, you get.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned actually to be more expressive with my silence, and I am. So it's not a thing.
Like here, I'm successful. I'm very expressive to each other. It's just that our expression of love is very, very masculine and toxic and bad. We see
He speaks very highly of you, though. To other people, to me especially, you don't.
And I also reciprocate that to him. For anyone that I have to speak about into, it's just that don't. We go sometimes I will only see say.
I mean, we can agree on.
You get.
I'm not explaining though, but we can.
I mean, I go tell her, use it not things. I was telling someone yesterday that one thing about success is that if success is very reliable.
Yeah, for here.
If you call him today 2 a.m. and say, guy, there's a problem, they come my house first aid.
Yeah.
Success will shift everything in the house. So the fact that it's very reliable, it covers a lot of his other flaws for me. So now let's not deviate. Let's be back to the main topic. What was your first love? Your first ever relationship?
I try so hard to make us talk about other things and then forget this one in particular. Why?
Oh, Jesus Christ, don't worry. Is any question I ask you, I would also answer it. So
okay. I think my first love was I'm sorry.
Panam.
Okay.
You need a breather?
Now I'm good. It was 2 years ago.
That's straight recent. What?
2 years ago. I mean, no. Obviously, I've had like crushes on people and then like people, but I'm talking about like true love that's like deep and recognized of my man. I'm in love with this person. Yeah. It was 2 years ago. And sorry.
Take your time. The memory card is
okay. It was 2 years ago. And I think it was a blessing for me at that time to be able to recognize. I mean, obviously I told you that I wasn't as expressive with emotions or not, but said that was a turning point for me. And it made me connect more to my femininity. It made me want to really see love and give it in the same measure. And it was so beautiful while it lasted. Well, but then it was also my first heartbreak, so.
Let me give you a breather and come in my mind so that they can cool down, the emotions can settle before we go to the main of that question.
Yeah.
My first experience with you.
Yeah, also I different with doctor.
Yeah.
And they talk.
I mean, well, yeah. I've always been like the pleasure romantic.
Fine. In love.
You know, those kind of guys are when you're growing up, you believed that life was easy and life was simple because your parents were so in love with each other and they never fought. My parents argue now that they are their late 60s and it's just two of them in the house. That when they were still young and working, left and right, and there were kids in the house, my parents never raised a single voice. If they had a fight, I can't recall. I mean, they're going to watch this video. My dad and my mom were subscribed to my channel. I can't say that when I was 8 years old or when I was 10 years old, my parents had a fight and my dad was shouting in the room. And so I never grew up to that. So I always felt like, the pillow outside.
Yeah.
And it's going to be as pure as my parents. So my first encounter with falling in love with someone and receiving him back from that person and it lasting a quite substantial amount of time was actually in 2016 or that day when I was a yearly. I met a namesake of yours with the call. And it was heavenly. It was like I was in another reality, you understand? And everybody didn't matter. And it was just whatever two of us wanted to do. She made me.
Sorry, hold on. You just can't brush past that. You said she makes what?
Weeks.
You know what I heard? Weed. I'm not. I was about to say, hold on. You just can't move past stuff like that. But very.
She makes weeks.
Yeah.
And I was the one that gave her this. No, but it's 2 years. It's not 2 years.
Oh, that's nice.
Every time I see it on the side, that's yeah. I gave you the name there for that name, yeah. And he was so beautiful while it lasted. But then, it didn't last for life. Because, and this is one of the things that I might think breakers are, never lie to me. You don't need to lie, because I will find out. I will find you what how you cover the lie, and you sugarcoat the lie, and you lie to protect the lie to protect it. It will come down probably one day. You understand?
Yeah.
So she basically went on a date with a guy that I told her
She should guys were together.
That I wasn't comfortable with the guy in her space because I feel this guy wants you. She went on a date with him. So when she was coming back from the date, I bumped into her in school and I asked her, what's up? Where are you coming from? She said she and her girlfriends went to watch Avengers Endgame. It was 19. Avengers. And I'm like, I know your roomies. You people don't look like people that would pay 3K to go and watch Kill. When there's romantic karma films in the cinema, I just argue with her and let her go. Then I began my investigation. Avengers, it's really much Avengers. And when you lie, other people will not go lie with you because they are not up to your lie. How far now? How you take? How far? You don't watch the Avengers, or how you say Avengers? No, I'm not watch that. But this person said you have to watch Avengers together. Bingo. Step one, there's a lie. No problem. I'll leave it there. Then, one day, to cut the long story short.
Hold on, sorry. Sorry to interrupt you, but prior to this incident, were there times when
I questioned her fidelity?
Yeah. Maybe not her fidelity, but sincerity, generally, or maybe you felt something just was wrong with how she was acting or behaving or anything like that. Because I'm trying to find where the trust issue might come from.
I think she just got tired. I think time just took its toll.
And you felt it?
Yeah, because, at some point she began to nanny. Like, my hostel to house there just like 2 minutes walk. And then she would take 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
You understand? And when she
see why.
She was back, they'll be like, oh, my phone was dead. Oh, yeah. My this thing, oh, yeah. there's always going to be a story. But then, me, waiting, they never break my heart before now. I will say, blood. But like where I had to draw the line was when I saw a physical trait that I could say, okay, I know that this guy wants you.
Guys can tell actually.
You understand? And I don't want this guy to have you. But if you want this guy, leave me. I mean, I'm not going to hold you down and say you have to be my first. That was just something about me. If you don't like me again, go. It's not. The last thing I will do is please don't leave. No, if you want to deal with him, maybe today they just leave person will die. So I'm not like, if I know that this guy is a threat and you are entertaining this guy, I have told you I'm not comfortable with his presence, and you keep entertaining this guy, then definitely, yeah, calling for fire. Cut the long story short, one day she was at my hostel. She, was distracted. No, she was actually sleeping. She was taking a nap. She came to visit me. She was taking a nap. It was around 7 p.m. which my hostel's visiting time is 6 to 11. Illegally is 12 to 12. So, she was now having a nap, and then a phone lit up.
Mm-hmm.
And then phone just, the leaf that I used like this, I just saw, baby, please be my girlfriend. I couldn't help it. And that was when I was not able to go down the chat and discover that he was the one she went to now watch Avengers with. She broke me like, come on, what? That's all. Go. That's all. There's a friend of mine that's going to watch this video. He was my next door roommate, Olan Chat. That time, Olan Chat just they used me saying, Papa, and it's big. But have you seen one? She came to watch it. This like that. I leave out. I gotta leave out. After some time, I gotta leave out. I didn't cry. I was just in my zone for like 2 weeks, and that was my first experience of loving someone and having them love you back, and building castles in your head.
Yeah.
Doing all the romantic things. I was working in school because my dad was retired by the time I finished secondary school. So my dad was just like, this is your school fees, this is your accommodation. The rest is you and God. And I've always been, doing business since I was, since like 2013.
Okay.
And so while in school, I was like one of the most expensive student photographers for students. I was charging students in 2018-19, I was charging students 10K per hour for a non-studio shoot on campus. So sometimes I could make like 30K a week. I could make like 20K if I get 2 clients. And then I was one of the guys that was always shooting faculty week, departmental week. I shot all week in 2017. I did my department. I was always the one shooting the departmental week. I did a lot of other departments and everything. So during that second semester departmental week, this period, I could make as high as 250K as a student photographer on campus.
So you seem like a really good guy, and then there's the financial stability there. I'm trying to balance what wasn't enough
for
her.
Like I said, I think I'm not saying I can't wait for her.
Was time thing?
But I think
didn't have time for her.
No.
I mean, obviously, there's no excuse for cheating.
Yeah,
but then
I think with her, she just got tired of me. And I was quite popular on campus. So she couldn't walk 2-3 distances without people, doing that. Oh, that's probably how it would be. You understand? I was so popular that lecturers knew me by my nickname. They were not even teaching me. You understand? Lecturers from other faculties knew who Babana was. And I didn't do students, I was just a faculty politician, but I was that popular. So even in our class, I was popular. She's a science.
So obviously, that guy knew who you were.
He obviously knew who I am. He's married now. He knew who I am. Everybody knows each other. He knew who I was. I lived in campus all my life. I had a catchy nickname. So everybody knew me.
Okay.
So I think maybe she just got fed up of the fact that she was attached to me. And maybe, she's also growing into, maybe she wanted to explore her options. You never can tell.
True.
Maybe the other guys at that point that were more financially stable. And yeah, this guy was he was into crypto back there. So it was way financially stable than I was. No doubt about that. We were not competitors. I had my stable source of income. He had this extravagantly high income.
Nice.
So it could be that she was thinking, well, the grass could be greener on the other side. And she decided to see maybe it could be greener. Let me keep my leg here and look at there. And
So do you know whether or not they got together?
After
you don't know.
I don't know. One thing about me is if I end a romantic relationship with someone, my information about that person ends from that last day. Like romantically. If they want, we still keep in touch. We and this person still chatted like 5 days ago.
No, I would never chat with.
No, I don't burn bridges.
No, for me, it's not about burning bridges. It's just I don't think I would ever put myself in the position to constantly go back to someone that hurt me, whether or not as friends or I just wouldn't do that.
Or it's not like we chat like every day. So it's just like, maybe I'm just scrolling Instagram, my content pops up. Just checking up on you, hope you're good. She's also engaged now.
That's nice.
Just checking up on you, hope you're doing good. And yes, that the past, because you don't know. This life is very small. So we might still need each other in our 40s, in our 50s. So we can't say that because, the relationship didn't work out when we were in our 20s. And then we now burn the bridge. And then in our 40s, 20 years down the line, maybe I'm just, mega super content creator. And she needs access to something and I'm the one that has access to it. And she will not be able to reach out to me.
I mean, that works for you. Fine.
So now you tell me, how was the breakup of this your virgin love?
Okay. When you do all the right things, you wait for the right time, you get to know the person before being with the person.
Pull, slowly.
I think that whole thing just taught me that you can't be too careful. You can't be too careful with anything. You can get to know a person for years and then they might still be the wrong choice for you.
Yes.
So, I'm not going to discredit the fact that he's a good guy. I think he just lacked a bit of discipline.
Okay.
He's a good guy, because I don't think I would date someone that isn't a good person. So, here's the rundown. Where do I even start from? Lucky beauty. We were good. As in, we were good. I don't think, when people say cheating happens when, someone gets tired or someone is lacking something or something just isn't right in the relationship, that's a big fat lie, trust me. Things can be going perfectly well, nothing is wrong, and then someone will still do something crazy. So, I think we were together at one time, and then I was with his friend, and a message popped up on IG. Well, I was going through IG, so a message popped up, and it was like a red heart emoji. So I clicked on it, and empty chat. I'm like, where's that? You red heart emoji. Exactly. So, I didn't, because I'm not the insecure person, so I didn't even bother to stress about it. I just let it go. But I knew the name that I saw. So, I think it was funny how it was like the same day as our 7th anniversary. Yeah. And I get this message on WhatsApp. So no, prior to that week, I'd been getting private calls from like a private number constantly. And it was so bugging that I had to start putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. But it was so frequent and so annoying. And I would complain about it to him that this person that's just blowing up my phone. And sometimes I would keep the call, says nothing. So it was just happening and it was very annoying. So then on our 2nd anniversary, I got this message on WhatsApp. And then new number, this person is like, hello, I need your service or writing. Okay, I'm like, okay, fine. What do you want to write about? What's just tell me what you want. And then when someone is trying to explain what they want, but obviously this person has no idea what they're talking about. Like you're telling me you need services of, it's like saying you need service of a plumber, and then you are describing the construction of your house. It was just wild. So I knew obviously this person didn't know what they were talking about. So he's cramming in my service you're looking for. So then I was like, how will this person not get my number and stuff? So I didn't want to ask outrightly, because instead I just knew something was up. So on the person's WhatsApp profile was a business logo or something. So I took the name from the logo and went to Instagram to check. There was still no correlation, because I was checking through, like trying to check the business page and find a name or something, or if maybe it's the owner or the nothing. So then I now went to check. I was not either. I know it was when I was checking the likes on like the page. So there was one constant name that was on the page, and then I checked. It was that same name that said they had emoji to him, and this is like months apart. So my good memory is a blessing and a curse. Trust me. It was the same name that sent the heart emojis. So I messaged the number back. I'm like, okay, I know who you are. I sent her name. I know who you are. What do you want? And then this person starts lashing out. I mean like serious lashing out. I could call names that I wouldn't even like pit to my enemy. I got confused. So I messaged him. I just stopped chatting with her. And then I messaged him. I'm like, this person is in my DMs throwing hurtful words at me. And I'm like, just tell me what I need to know, because I don't want to find out from that person. And then he starts telling me about how she was someone he flirted with in school, but they're no longer like in talks and all that. I'm like, why would the girl that you flirted with in school be stressing me out now?
As a girl is now.
Yeah. So then he now tells me about how she had a wedding. So she wanted to come over to his place to like stay over to get dressed, because the location was close to his place. And he was like, no. But then she now told him that she wanted to talk about business and stuff. So he let her come over for it that day. And they just talked. They just talked that day about work. I'm like, well, hold on. We both know our dynamic. Every single day we are talking, every hour we check in with each other. If I'm doing this, I'm telling you. If I'm going to see someone, I'm telling you. And you tell me the same thing. So for the fact that this never came up, it means you lied to me at some point about what you were doing, whom you were with, and what was going on. So you obviously omitted that part. And then for this person to be so comfortable with you, to get my number off your phone, is wild. And then this person also got my Snapchat off his phone.
Bro was sleeping when she picked it up.
How comfortable does this person have to be with you to do all of that? So you obviously left your phone with her for a good amount of time, and it's in your house, so you're obviously not sleeping when you have a guest over. So,
if she's not a guest, to sleep.
It was just wild to me, the whole idea of everything. And he was like, nothing happened with them. And while we were having that discussion, this girl that I stopped talking to them and immediately blocked, sent message on new number, insults again. I didn't even respond.
What was she trying to say? Like, yeah, with her man or what? I don't understand.
I didn't even get the head to toe of everything. She was just insult upon insult. And he's like, I can get another man. I'm very stupid for being with him. It was just wild to me. I called names. I just couldn't relate to it. I just didn't understand them. Promise you, I blocked up to 4 or 5 numbers from this girl that same night. And
Inside this no NRI, no SIM card.
I probably have no idea how she did that. It's up to 5 numbers, and I'm like, I don't even have energy for this person, because I'm not that kind of person to talk to any man about the person I've seen. I will not do it. God forbid. I will not do it. It's not me. But she did that a lot.
It's not for just a conclusion.
So I think it was just too much for me at that point in time. And this is me that forgave him for breaking the trust a year prior to that. So it was just too much for me. And I knew that I just couldn't get past it, because I was already still dealing with insecurities from the previous time when he broke my trust. And I knew the kind of person was, I am very, very secure in a relationship, but when it gets to the point where I'm asking you, okay, where are you going, what are you doing, why are you away from me, I know that it's becoming very toxic for me already, so I had to let it go. But it didn't change the fact that for a long period of time, I still loved him. I just didn't like who he was, but I still loved him. And it wasn't until earlier this year that I completely got over it. And I got to a place where I could think about him and not hate him for
his actions,
breaking my trust like that and breaking me completely. Because this is someone that, in my head, I could be with forever. And I'm not the type of person to be with one person and then I'm thinking of other people or looking at other guys. I'm a mean person. If you see me, if I'm in a relationship here, and someone else is trying to chat me up or something, I'm very mean. I will tell you straight up. And if I tell you I have a boyfriend and you're still trying to get with me, I will think you're a very mad person at that point in time. So I knew how mean I was to other guys, but then you are letting someone else have access to you like that. It was wild. Very wild.
So
after the relationship you say you have with your ex where you can still reach out and counter that, I knew myself, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I've not heard of him since that day. I don't want to hear of him. I really don't want to. But I have forgiven him for breaking my trust. But do I think I can see him in the future and be cordial? I don't think so. I don't even want to do that.
Well, so is it your fault? I don't think it's your fault. It's not your fault. Any man that is even allowing a woman that can be crazy enough to the extent of messaging a stranger unsolicited.
That's even wild. I mean, girl.
As a girl with 5 different numbers. In this NIA, no phone number. Yeah. I can't buy a new SIM because my NIN has validation issues. Every time put it there, say, oh guy, you know it's validated. I will go to the NCC, oh guy is validated. I will come back, it's not validated. And I literally had to drag my mom to register my router because I couldn't drop an NIN. And you have 5 numbers. Bro, that woman can kill you.
I mean, if she sees me anywhere, I'm happy for her. I still don't know who this person is. I don't know. She actually still called with private numbers a few weeks after that. Obviously she didn't talk or say anything. She didn't.
That kind of a woman is dangerous.
Very.
So even you as a bro, you are unsafe being in the same space with that kind of person, because people like that are volatile. They could just wake up this morning feeling so angry, pick up a knife, you're stomach.
It doesn't sound like a bad idea to me.
We don't support violence there, please. So, it's 100% his fault. It's 100%, and he's not telling the whole truth.
Obviously.
The fact that she can be protective and defensive like that, and trying to say that you are the one with a man or something, and sending you those messages, it means that something went down.
Obviously.
Within this world there. So she's trying to make claim to whatever went down. And he is not.
I literally don't care. I really don't care.
So yeah, it's absolutely not your fault at all.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not your fault.
Evidence is very important.
You just pack out, and this one pack out. You know,
Don't come and be chatting with me today, and then the next morning you disappear, you come back the next day, you say, oh, I was busy. Good for you, no problem. I have to see
That is not busy. He has options.
I can't.
He's not busy. He has options. I'm a guy. If a guy does that, he has options.
Obviously.
So he's checking in on all the options.
I honestly
So
have no anything.
that's
See, and if you want to see, I think right now, I don't mind playing along with you, but I know obviously that this is not for me.
Yeah.
I just know. So if you want to fool yourself, I will help you fool yourself. No problem. But I know obviously this is not for me, and I'm not going to even give it the energy to think that you have this girl or not going to. It's not going to happen.